Well, hello again. This is a video about two add-ons to PSX, and it was originally going to be part of a full flight video, but I figured that this part would be better dealt with as a separate item. And we're going to look at the Simfest Planning Portal. That's what you can see on the screen at the moment. And another program called BACARS or BACARS, I'm not sure what it's called, but it's an ACARS add-on to PSX. So let's look at the Simfest Planning Portal first, and it really is very easy to use. You need to be signed into it, and there's a link here that allows you to do that. Um, and you simply have to register or log in. Now I'm already logged in and I'm already registered, but this process is very easy to do. So let's go back to the portal and we're going to plan a flight. So click the schedule, click the plus, and there's the initial options that we've got. So I'm going to leave it with BAW, but you can choose whatever airline you like, but I'm going to leave it with BAW, and I'm going to give it the flight number of 2175. Okay. Now the departure is going to be Chiang Mai, so we're going to put in VTCC, and the destination is going to be Bangkok Suvarnabhumi Airport, which is VTBS. And we'll give ourselves Speedbird. Okay. And the departure time, let's say it's going to be about an hour from now. So it's now 1 o'clock a.m. UTC, so let's say 0200 UTC. Okay, so we'll put that in there, 0200, and we'll save it. Okay, so now we have a flight scheduled. You can edit that and add more information. So you can have your report time, cabin report time, block time, flight time. So let's so departures 2, arrivals 3:14. So it's already calculated the en route time for us. Captain, let's say that's going to be me. That's a very noble title for a pretty ordinary guy, but the first officer in this case is going to be Steve. And we're not going to have any supporting crews, and you can put whatever you want in here. I think the arrival info, we're going to arrive at gate E1, so we can pop that in there as well. And so you can put whatever you want in here, and that's going to and we're call sign is Speedbird 2175. All right, so that's cool, and we'll save that. Okay, so this is an option to delete what we've just put in here, and this you can look at the previous flight stats, but that's anyhow. So now we've got the flight scheduled. So the next thing to do is to plan the flight. So we can go here, we can plan. We have an option here to put advanced settings, so we can change the alternates. We can add extra fuel and other things, but we're not going to do that. We'll keep this as simple as possible. And then we can save any changes that we've made. That's not necessary. And then here is we can generate the briefing. So that's now before I click the generate the briefing, there is a requirement that you should have an account with Simbrief. So let me just bring up my Simbrief account. Okay. All right. Now, if you're not familiar with Simbrief, I don't want to cover that in this video, but if you're not familiar with Simbrief, it really is an absolutely brilliant online flight planning tool. And in order for the Simfest Planning Portal to work, you need to have a Simbrief account, and you need to be logged in. And so I am actually logged in here. And so I have a Simbrief account. But if you don't, there's a lot of information on the internet about Simbrief and how to set it up. But that's not the purpose of this video. So I already have a Simbrief account. So I'm going to just click here, Plan. And it's now doing its magic. Okay. And what it's doing is it's, I think, connecting to Simbrief and asking Simbrief to produce everything that's required for this flight. It just takes a couple of seconds to do that, and that's it. It's done it. So now we're done, and you'll see down here now Simbrief has told me that there are some downloads that I can deal with, and what's happened is it has saved a PDF of the flight plan. It's saved an Aerowings route file into the Aerowings route folder, and it's also saved a plan file, a Microsoft Flight Simulator plan file, and it's done all that. So let me just show you where those files have come. Whoop! No, I don't want that. I want that. So that's very stupid. Okay, here's my root folder for PSX, and there is the root file that's been produced. And if I go to another folder that I have on the desktop, there is my flight plan, and there is the FSX or Microsoft Flight Simulator route plan file. So that's been produced by the Simfest Portal. Now if we go to briefings, you can see that that's already in. And if I now go to iPad EFB, we should get, but we don't. Okay, so not to worry. Let's go back. Briefings. Okay. There we've got, by clicking the briefings, we've got the flight plan for the flight here with all the information that we need. And we have the load sheet, and we can close that, and we have the plan, the flight plan, and we can close that. So basically that's everything that we've got, and that is, and I just want to go back here to the EFB because normally that will give us, I'm not sure, I'm probably doing something wrong here, but there are other tabs here, airport briefings and things, but basically that is the end of the planning process. Okay. Oop. I'm not sure why it's, oh, okay, it's doing a download, so we don't need to worry about that. Now if I close the the browser there, if I reopen the browser and I go back to the Simfest Planning Portal and I go to the schedule, my flight is still there. And if I go to the briefings, I've got all the information again. So basically that's done. But I also have the flight plan locally as a PDF. And that is basically it. So when we do the flight in the next video, you will see how a program called BACARS will pick up this information and automatically load it into the aircraft. So thank you very much for watching, and look forward to seeing you on the flight from Chiang Mai to Bangkok.